Here's your options, gentlemen. You can either violate my rights. I'm obviously not going to get into a fight or a quarrel with you. You can violate my rights, screw up, make the government have to pay something to me. I like paying off my mortgage quicker.
All right, if you're not watching and are not subscribed to Inland Auditing Media, you're missing out on some of the most high caliber, top shelf, educational and entertaining content on the interwebs. You want to know why I'm saying that?
Okay.
We'll just start out with this guy who actually believes he's
infused with the power of the federal government.
We are infused with the power of the federal government.
What the hell did you just say?
We are infused with the power of the federal government.
I don't know about you, but I want to know more about this. I mean, did the infusion hurt? Is it contagious? Is it fattening? Like, will I gain weight? And stay tuned, because we got a whole cast of interesting characters just for you.
There is no filming allowed in our federal building.
How confident of that are you?
I'm very, so we will have security escort you out of the building.
Isn't that the CNN analyst who did that crazy thing with the Vaseline during a live Zoom call?
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hello, Allison.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, indeed.
I feel like we should address what's happened in the months since we've seen you, since some of our viewers may not know what has happened. So I guess I'll recap. I'll do the honors.
Help yourself.
Okay. In October, you were on a Zoom call with your colleagues from the New Yorker magazine. Everyone took a break for several minutes, during which time you were caught masturbating on camera. You were subsequently fired from that job after 27 years of working there. And you, since then, have been on leave from CNN. Do I have all that right?
You got it all right. Sad to say.
Sorry, I just had to digress on that one. I mean, Jeffrey Toobin was zooming and lubing.
So we will have security escort you out of the building.
Okay, so we will have security escort you out of the building.
Gosh, I love it.
Okay, so...
There's a sign right there, no photography.
Yeah, so...
There's a sign right there, no photography. Yeah.
That's weird because Title 41 of the Code of Federal Regulations.
I have no comment.
Yeah, bet you don't.
They are requesting you to leave, and you are...
You guys can request for me to shave my head bald. That doesn't mean I have to follow that order.
Okay.
Remember when you enter the front doors, it says no firearms on the sign? Right next to that is a poster that says rules of conduct on property, on federal property, GSA property. It's Title 41 of the Code of Federal Regulations, Section 102-74.420. And in that section it says, news, advertising, and for commercial purposes, you may take video recordings and photographs in corridors, lobbies, foyers, and auditoriums. Are you issuing me a lawful order to leave the property?
We are not issuing a lawful order at this time.
That's a good idea. Just as I have to follow that rule, I have to have you guys also follow the rules. And you posted the rules right at the front door.
We are infused with the power of the federal government.
And guess what? That IRS office over there, guess who can go there? Just take a wild stab in the dark. Go ahead and take a wild guess. Who gets to go to the IRS office? Citizens?
Anyone?
Walking in a corridor? I'm seeing a theme here. I'm going to be really clear here. Yeah. You don't have the authority or the ability to say you can't film through a clear window. I know you guys personally aren't going to get sued, so I know you don't give a crap because that's just generally how law enforcement views it when they have qualified immunity. But it doesn't prevent a lawsuit anyways. You're just telling the press you can't record or photograph down here when the rules as you enter the building say I can. Nothing in the rules, hold on killer, nothing in the rules says except for clear windows in conference rooms when the IRS is having a conference.
Sit back and relax and welcome to Inland Auditing Media, where a cool, calculated, educated, take no crap American stands face to face with the entitled, self-confident buffoonery of people who have sold their souls to advance tyranny.
Morning.
How can I help you today?
I just need to come in.
So you have to have a business to be here.
I do have business.
Are you here to see a specific agency or company?
No.
Okay, well, we're not open to the public unless you have reason to be here for a business or a company.
What's prohibiting it?
The access orders that we're given. This building is only open to the public.
Where did
if
the
you're
access
here
orders come from?
From Homeland Security.
Do you have a copy of it?
Well, if I did, I wouldn't be able to show them to you. I could put you in contact probably with someone that can better explain this.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have a block to entry, you got to post that. You can't just decree things. So, you want to show me what that is? I mean, I've got press things to do here.
Okay. 1 sec. This is more your area of expertise as far as being open to the public.
I mean, just the ground floor and the first floor. Just the ground floor and the first floor.
Okay, sure.
Just ground floor and first floor. Just like
Okay. Sure, so I can let you in?
So the DHS orders are gone now?
Well, no, they're still here, but we're making an exemption, or she has a better understanding of how this building operates.
Fair enough.
That's why I deferred to her.
Can I help you, sir?
No, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah, but why are you filming down here?
What?
There is no filming allowed in our federal building.
How confident of that are you?
I'm very, so we'll have security escort you out of the building.
Gosh, I'd love it.
Okay, so.
Dude, there's a sign right there, no photography.
Yeah, so we'll be right back. You gonna go get security?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
thank
wait
you.
for 'em.
Be right back.
Yeah. Yes, it's a public building, but there is no filming.
That's weird because Title 41 of the Code of Federal
Sorry,
Regulations.
I have no comment.
Yeah, bet you don't.
Not at all.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hey, so FPS is requesting that you leave.
They don't have any authority to do that.
Okay, I will let them know that.
I mean, here's Title 41. It's what you had on your wall upstairs. Remember where you come in, it says the rules and conduct on property?
Go ahead.
He is refusing to leave. We are on ground level at my GSA office.
The very one who said he's allowed to be on the ground floor is now telling him that he's not allowed on the ground floor. She's got to be so dense that light bends around her and the heavenly bodies change their orbits.
You can talk to them, sir.
Sure, I'm just saying there's the rules for conduct on property. It says I can take photographs in lobbies and corridors.
That's correct.
That's correct.
Put your...
Did you just say that's correct?
Yeah.
This is a corridor.
You can talk to them as soon as they get here.
So you're saying it's correct, but in acknowledging I'm in a corridor, now I can't?
Right, they are requesting you to leave, and you are...
You guys can request for me to shave my head bald. That doesn't mean I have to follow that order.
Okay, don't worry, you'll...
I mean, you can make unlawful orders all day. I mean,
So GSA is the one that manages the building. So if they have you trespass or want you to leave the premises, they do have that right to have you leave.
not based on the law that I have in my pocket. Remember when you enter the front doors, it says no firearms on the sign? Right next to that is a poster that says rules of conduct on property, on federal property, GSA property. It's Title 41 of the Code of Federal Regulations, Section 102-74.420. And in that section it says, news, advertising, and for commercial purposes, you may take video recordings and photographs in corridors, lobbies, foyers, and auditoriums. This is a corridor. It's where one walks. Foyers.
You could talk to them about it. As
Oh,
soon as
I
they
will.
get
I'm
here.
just saying, like, you were correct earlier, and I appreciate that you spoke to your peer or your subordinate, whoever it was, and corrected him. But to act like you guys don't have to follow the Code of Federal Regulations, I mean, it's not.
We're not acting anyway. We're giving a request. We're relaying that request to you.
Yeah, well, if it's a
And
request,
if you're denying it,
if it's a request and not a lawful order, I'm going to politely decline your request. Are you issuing me a lawful order to leave the property?
We are not issuing a lawful order at this time.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea not to issue that unlawful order. You guys have to follow federal laws just like I do and everyone else. If you don't follow the federal laws, that's when you get in trouble. All I'm saying is you should just go up and look at that poster that's right next to the "you can't bring weapons into the federal building." Look right next to it. You literally have that document that I have in my pocket up there on your own board. So if it's there on your own board and it says I can be doing what I'm doing, what's the problem?
That the building management wants you out of the building?
Oh, the building management.
Correct.
Me and you and all them in the building or in the room and everyone down the IRS, we're all taxpayers. It's our building. It's a federal building. It's yours, mine, yours. The rules that we all agreed on together as fellow Americans are up on that poster when you enter. Just like I can't bring a firearm or a knife or spray in here, right? Because the rules say I can't do that, right? Unless you guys are okay with me going to get my firearm and coming back, but I don't think you're probably okay with that.
No.
Just so we're clear, guys, for these agents to voluntarily take a job where they enforce the suspension of rights, namely the right to keep and bear arms, in a certain geographic location, is to demonstrate the immoral position they've chosen to take up against the American people. Their very existence as officers of the state is repugnant to a free society.
So, just as I have to follow that rule, I have to have you guys also follow the rules. And you posted the rules right at the front door. You know, I mean, unless this is all of a sudden just a, let's go and act crazy and act as if there's mayhem that's allowed in the building.
Well, we're not letting mayhem or anything. But obviously, we're, like I said, again, we were given a request. We're relaying that request to you. You're refusing that request.
Yeah.
So we have to move it on to people who are going to have to come here. You're going to have the same conversation that you're having with us, you're going to have with them.
Okay.
Granted, we aren't infused with the power of the federal government. We keep this building secure.
Sure.
And soon, FPS will be here.
And I appreciate that. And so, you know, actually, while we're waiting for FPS, I mean, it is a perfect time to just acknowledge what I was talking about. So much like, and I appreciate, again, like what you said to your peer or your subordinate, whoever it was, that he's allowed to be in here filming. There's, first of all, nothing that gives guidance on coming downstairs. There was any authorized personnel signs that said restricted access or anything like that. There's just a staircase right over there that you come down. And guess what? That IRS office over there, guess who can go there? Just take a wild stab in the dark. Go ahead and take a wild guess. Who gets to go to the IRS office? Citizens?
Anyone?
Walking in a corridor? I'm seeing a theme here. If you're walking in the corridor and the rules say you can, and you're not restricted from coming down here, I wonder what that means. I wonder if there's a law about that. Golly gee, there sure is. You guys put it up right in the lobby to entering the building. Whack-a-doodle. Isn't that silly? It's like silly games day around here.
560.
It's always fun.
It is always fun. Hey.
Oh boy, here we go. This guy looks super authoritative in his official looking militarized G.I. Joe Black Ops gear, minus the battle helmet.
Pretty confused here because when I entered your lobby, it said like, you know, no weapons, right? Right next to that is a poster of Title 41, 10274, 440, which is rules of conduct on postal property, which I have in my back pocket.
Okay.
It says in foyers, lobbies, corridors, and auditoriums, you can video record and photograph. I can't go into their office, but I can video record and photograph. I got a copy of it in my back pocket, but it's in your lobby. And guess what? That IRS office down there where citizens can go, they're walking in what's called a corridor. It's where one walks to go to an office. So are you going to trespass me?
Familiar with what a corridor is. I don't carry trespassing forms or anything like that. Have you been asked to leave?
Yeah, unlawfully. You have no lawful authority to do that. This right here, if you want to look at it, it's what you have upstairs. Where I have highlighted. That's what you...
I understand. All right. Stand by for 1 second.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where does it say you're not supposed to film on this floor?
So the reasoning for this floor right here is because we do have conferences with that are not mirrored, right? So you can see right now the IRS is in here.
Fix it. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really clear here.
Yeah.
You don't have the authority or the ability to say you can't film through a clear window. Coming down the stairs to the IRS office where I wanted to go get a FOIA request, you don't have the ability to say you can't walk down the corridor where all citizens are allowed to go because you're doing this. Let me explain what that amounts to. That's called prior restraint against freedom of speech. It's a content violation. So if you want to do that, I know you guys personally aren't going to get sued, so I know you don't give a crap because that's just generally how law enforcement views it when they have qualified immunity. But it doesn't prevent a lawsuit anyways. You're just telling the press you can't record or photograph down here when the rules as you enter the building say I can. Nothing in the rules, hold on killer, nothing in the rules says except for clear windows in conference rooms when the IRS is having a conference. Now wouldn't that be oddly specific if it said that? Kind of weird, isn't it? So here's your options, gentlemen. You can either violate my rights. I'm obviously not going to get into a fight or a quarrel with you. You can violate my rights, screw up, make the government have to pay something to me. I like paying off my mortgage quicker. Or you can just simply go back, review the statute and the Code of Federal Regulations, maybe call counsel. You know, you guys have federal attorneys, call counsel. Say, should we do this? Should we really do this?
Are you ready for me to
Yeah, go ahead.
talk? All right, so you are correct. All right, so you are allowed to film on this basement level and the first floor.
No, there's nothing that says I can't come down here.
No. I said
There's nothing that says I can't record
I said
down
this level.
There's nothing that says
I said this level
Is
and
this
the
part of
floor above us.
Is
You
this a
can.
part of the federal complex?
Yeah, so I said you
Where
can.
are the sign? No, you're not in charge. You need to understand.
I'm
that
telling
you're
you,
not the
you
one that dictates
can.
that.
Do you understand what I'm telling
Well,
you?
you said can, not can't.
I said can.
I can
several
film
times.
down here?
Yes.
Where does it say you're not supposed to film on this floor? You're supposed to film on this floor.
Okay, then why did you guys show up?
Oh, well, you know, some people are not as familiar with the rules and regulations. So I'm letting you know that you can.
Holy
All
crap.
right?
Guys,
All right, so.
First of all, glad we're on the same page. I can record and photograph down here.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
That terrifies me what you just said. That is so not okay.
Well, you know, sometimes
you need to talk to your boss about that.
Some people need to be educated. So you are correct. You can film down here.
If a member of the press
you
like
cannot,
me came in here and they were brand new to their job and they didn't know every single federal regulation because I have an eidetic memory that I do, you guys would have just trespassed them and admit you would have said, hey, because the first thing you said.
No, I said the reasoning that they're saying that is because there is windows here.
You know what you guys should have done?
Correct. So the only thing I was going to ask is if you're willing to not film what's going on in here, that's your prerogative.
Now,
but that would be what I would request for you.
Okay. Well, first of all, I appreciate the
request.
I'm going to politely decline the request.
Okay.
Beyond that, what I would appreciate, because this is much better with the citizens, because unfortunately, I mean, clearly you know the statute, so that's good. There's a lot of citizens that just don't know anything about anything. And I'm sure you guys run across people like that every single day in your job. So the best thing for that is to say, hi, citizen Steve or Susie. You know what? We're not even going to go there. You want to know why? Freedom is in the whole building. The Code of Federal Regulations we all agreed upon through our legislature and our executive branch, they already squared it away. Put your feelings in a box for the day. When you're out in public, you have no expectation of privacy. Be a little more resilient. You know, get a hug from your mom or dad. Whatever it is that's going to make them feel like they're not so overwhelmed with concern, and just tell them freedom. We're not coming down there. We're not going to respond. Be a grown-up. Remember civics class from 8th grade and move on.
Yep. So have a good rest of your day.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Have a good one, man.
Gotta love freedom. Hey, security. We good on bald eagles and freedom?
Say again?
We good on bald eagles and freedom?
Bald eagle?
Can you hear it? I can hear the bald eagles screeching above. Thank you in the end for doing the right thing. What was your name?
It's Michael. What's your name?
Oh, well, you're gonna go with first name, Steve.
Steve? Nice to meet you, Steve.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Do you have like a badge number or anything?
Yeah, it's
or?
1523.
Okay.
See where the other guy went?
Yes, Michael went into that first office right there.
First office here?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What was your badge number, by the way?
1414.
And what was your name?
So we technically aren't supposed to give out our names. Some people play it a little bit looser than others, but I try and keep it professional.
Okay.
So I can tell you 1414, and if you call the phone number that's on the back of my car, they can identify me
I'm
on
not going to
that.
call. There's no reason to call. I appreciate you guys coming down and being professional. You guys were professional the whole time. Only request I have is just what I said at the end. Just let citizens know from now, and they just kind of honestly need to grow up more.
Yeah, no, and
just is what it is.
We do what we can. Every
Okay.
time. That's probably what he's in there doing right now, is explaining to them
Fair enough.
what the law is and why, because we've run into this before in other offices.
Fair enough. Thanks, man. Have a good day.
We haven't even scratched the surface of all the great interactions at Inland Auditing Media. Head to his channel, subscribe, hit videos, go to popular, and just work your way down the list. You'll be entertained, you'll be empowered with great education, and you'll be helping a fellow American who's trying to make this world a better place. And if you want, let him know Here's the Deal sent you. Don't forget to grab a t-shirt and become a member of this channel. It really helps a lot. Also, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. Let's get the word out. Subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. But more importantly, stand for your rights. If you don't stand for them, if you don't know them, you don't have them, and you will lose them. I will see you in the next video.